Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. We're beginning a new series of devotionals beginning today, and we're going to look in 3 days worth of the conversion of Saul to become the Apostle Paul as we think about the resurrected Jesus and how he was able to continue to act in the world. Here are these words from Acts chapter 9, the first 9 verses. Meanwhile, Saul was still breathing out murderous threats against the Lord's disciples. He went to the high priest and asked him for letters to the synagogues in Damascus, so that if he found any there who belonged to the way, whether men or women, he might take them as prisoners to Jerusalem. As he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground, and he heard a voice say to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" "Who are you, Lord?" Saul asked. "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting," he replied. "Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do." The men traveling with Saul stood there speechless. They heard the sound, but did not see anyone. Saul got up from the ground, but when he opened his eyes, he could see nothing. So they led him by the hand into Damascus. For 3 days, he was blind and did not eat or drink anything. This is a big-time resurrection appearance of Jesus, talking to a man who was going to have an incredible impact on the path of the way. The followers of Jesus, they were calling themselves at this point. Jesus was the way, the truth, and the life. And so those who believed in him, they were following the way, and it became a capital W. And Saul hates the way. He wants to get in the way of the way and tear out the heart of this movement before it gets a chance to really get started. Too bad he didn't confer with Jesus to make sure that's what Jesus wanted to happen. Because Jesus shows up and says, "Why are you persecuting me?" When Saul was going after the followers of Jesus, Saul was going after Jesus himself, and that's why Jesus says, "Why are you persecuting me?" instead of "Why are you persecuting my followers?" Every time a true persecution happens against a Christian, that attack is not just against that person, but is against Jesus Christ himself. Now, I say true persecution because we here in America, we aren't really being persecuted. We might be ridiculed. We might be estranged from parts of society, but we are not being persecuted. If you want to see true persecution, go to a place like Myanmar, where the military government is cracking down on Christians and killing them just because they believe in Jesus. That is true persecution. And we pray for the people in Myanmar that they will be not only staying true to Christ, but that the work of Christ will be made known in the midst of those persecutions, just as the work of Christ is being made known in the midst of Saul's efforts to tear out the heart of this movement. You see, the thing is persecution only makes the church go stronger. It's wealth and privilege that makes the church grow weak. Which is why I think here in America, Christianity is weaker than it's ever been. We no longer have cultural Christianity, and so now we have to deal with authentic Christianity, and that requires a whole new level of engagement. So may you listen and look for Jesus and be a part of his way. I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.